everybody, this is Grandmaster Damian Lemos here for onlinechesslessons.net, and in this DVD we are going to be discussing the concept of attack, and I'll show you games, I'll tell you how I think, and well, for this introduction I chose a game between Grandmasters Kuzmin against Sveshnikov, two strong grandmasters. So let's get started. White plays e4, black plays the Sicilian defense with c5. We play knight to f3, e6, and then we play the open Sicilian playing d4. I think this is the best way to fight for an advantage. We know white can play other moves like knight c3, and well, he can try playing a closed Sicilian, playing knight c3 and e3, but well, as I said before, the best way to fight for the advantage is to play d4. Black has to take, otherwise we keep on winning space and playing d5. So black takes, then we play knight takes, and here black plays knight to c6. This is the Taimanov variation. He can also try playing a6, which is the Khan variation, and knight f6, knight c3. If he plays bishop b4, this would be the pin variation. Knight c6, here white plays knight to c3. I would like to say that against the Taimanov variation, we can also try playing knight to b5. Basically, the idea is to play knight d6 check, therefore getting one of his bishops. We get the bishop pair, and if he plays d6, then we can try playing c4. And here we have what we call the Maroczy Bind. That means we have a stronger center, and we can also try putting some pressure on d6. We know that d6 is the weak pawn in Sicilian, so I also like this variation. Knight c3 happens to be the main move. Here black plays queen c7, and well, as we said before, he can also try playing with a6. This is a move black has to play in Sicilian. Of course, he can consider playing b5 at some point, but when he plays a6, he's actually trying to stop moves like knight to b5, and then he can play queen c7. Queen c7 is a possibility here, and I think black has to play a6 later. We have to say that playing knight db5 is not good yet. We attack the queen, and feels like we win a tempo, but he plays queen b8. He is still guarding the d6 square, and then he'll push the knight back, playing a6, and probably b5, or maybe a6, and he comes back to c7 with the queen. So here white plays the simple bishop e2, and black plays with a6. As I said, a6 is a must in Sicilian. White castles, black plays knight to f6, and here we play the natural bishop to e3. Well, I should say that when black plays the Paulsen Sicilian with e6, one of the advantages of this line is its flexibility. Usually black has a pawn on d6 already, but when he plays the Paulsen, he has moves like bishop b4, and well, a move like bishop b4 might be annoying for us, attacking the knight on c3, therefore attacking our e4 pawn. So we have to be careful. I still like bishop e3 for white. If we play a passive move like a3, yeah, we stop bishop b4, but I think we lose the initiative, and he can win development tempos playing like this. What is more, when he trades pieces off here, I think he's closer to equalizing, so I mean, when we play bishop e3 it's different. Now if he takes on d4, we can just play queen takes, and there's no bishop c5, so yeah, this is better for us. And also e5 is coming, but he still plays bishop b4, and well, in this position I guess we have to know theory to play good moves. Otherwise it is tough, because there is no clear way to stop bishop takes and knight takes e4. For instance, playing a move like bishop d3 protects the pawn, although the bishop is not good here. He's got a lot of ideas. And the same goes after bishop f3. He can just try getting the bishop pair, playing a knight to e5. And if we play queen d3, he still has knight to e5. f3 maybe. But I guess he'll try taking on c3, and then he'll free his position playing a move like d5, and he'll have a better center. So here we take on c6. Usually black takes back with the b pawn, because this is a side pawn coming to the center, and here we play knight to a4. As you can see, black can't take on e4 yet. If he does, then we can just play queen d4, and we'll win a piece. And the other idea is, as you probably see, we want to play with a knight b6, therefore getting the bishop pair. We know the bishop on c8 is not a good bishop yet. It is crashing into the pawn structure, but this bishop might improve when he plays bishop b7 and maybe d5 one day. That position is open, therefore I would take that bishop if I have the chance. So black castles and c4. Once more, we are following theory. I'm not a master of this line, but I think white is already better. We got the Maroczy Bind we wanted. When I say Maroczy Bind, I mean c4 and e4. If we can play b3 and f3, that looks like the Maroczy. In this position, we are sacrificing a pawn, but the thing is, if he takes, we can speed our development up, and we'll also have a stronger development. Black has no development here, so taking the e4 pawn is quite risky. Let's see what happens if he takes. If knight takes e4, the first move I consider here is playing something like queen d4. That is great looking, like we attack the knight, we are looking at a b6. Yeah, we also try playing something like rook to d1, but we have a better move, which is c5, and as you can see here, we'll probably trap that bishop on b4. There's no clear way to stop a3 and b4, not to mention the queen d4 idea. So Black, before taking the e4 pawn, he decides to play bishop to d6, attacking the h2 pawn, getting the bishop out of the queen side. That means c5 is not trapping the bishop, and then once we protect h2, then he'll try taking the e4 pawn. So let's see what happens. We still have to play f4. I mean, when I mean still play f4 is we have to sacrifice this pawn. Well, we can't stop losing a pawn anyway, we'll lose one of the two, but f4 is an aggressive move, and then we'll continue with e5. He takes, and I think this is a mistake. It's obvious that we want to sacrifice the e4 pawn as white, so Black knows this too. What about playing a move like e5? This is putting more pressure at the center, and if I take, then he can try taking back with the bishop. He's got more threats, and the e4 pawn is now isolated. Can only be protected by pieces, not pawns. And, well, if I play f5, then I'll consider taking on e4. This time it's different, because I have more space, no open lines for white. And if c5, well, I can play bishop e7. I still think white is better here. We have more space. As we said before, we'll take the bishop pair if we want, but here Black has more chances, more activity. As we'll see in this game, after knight takes e4, he'll have to move all his pieces back, and suddenly he'll find himself without counterplay. So first of all, we play c5, and we have a reason to play this. Apart from attacking the bishop, what we want is to close this diagonal, and if we have to, we'll play knight b6. There's no need yet. Well, here he's got only move, which is bishop to e7, and here bishop to d3. Well, I like this move Kuzmin played, because if we play queen d4, apart from d5, I guess he can also consider playing f5. That is protecting the knight, and then he'll try playing bishop f6. He'll win some tempos back here. And bishop d3 is different. Well, he plays knight to f6, but if he goes f5, I think he should have played this. We can just take, and then we come after the e4 pawn. Yeah, you can tell Black has the bishop pair in this position, but the bishop pair is useless, especially this bishop on c8. This bishop is what we call the tall pawn, no diagonals, it's crashing into the pawn structure. So, well, I still think black has to play this. He's got some space here. He traded some pieces off. As we'll see in the game, that position after knight f6 is probably hopeless, because white finds this move, bishop d4. It's easy to understand. Now we have two bishops attacking the king, and we will consider sacrifices there. We have other ideas too. He plays knight d5 and then knight to b6. Yeah, one of the points of bishop d4, I almost forgot to tell this, is that apart from attacking the king, we are also stopping a move like rook b8. Rook b8 happens to activate black's queenside, but then we play bishop e5 and he loses this change. d6 is not possible. We just take, bishop takes, we take, queen takes, and then we know the queen is not protected at all. That allows a move like bishop takes h7, followed by queen takes queen. So here black tries knight to d5, and well, when he tries this move, he's breaking one key rule, and we always have to remember this concept. When you castle, the best defender happens to be the knight. You know, the knight controls key squares. For instance, the queen can't come to the king side because of the knight. It also protects the h7 square, which is quite important. When he plays knight d5, there's no defender. That means we can probably sacrifice on h7, or we have to consider it. This is a famous sacrifice. I don't think we have time to play rook f3, rook h3, because he'll take on f4. But we have this double sacrifice, and after king takes, well, still rook f3, knight takes f4, but maybe queen e4 first. Then the king goes to the corner, and we can try mating him. I think the trick is in this position, black can try this move. There's no rook h3 mate. If queen takes knight, then he trades queens off, no more attack. And after this, he is still surviving, and there is no clear way to the mate yet. So what happens here is we can try playing this variation, but first we have to get rid of this knight. This is the only one stopping our ideas, and in fact he's lucky to have a knight takes f4 in this position. So we can try playing the same without knight d5. And as you'll see, this is easy for us. First we play knight b6, and this is getting the knight on d5. If he plays rook b8, we'll just take the knight, and then we do the double sacrifice. And if he takes on b6, then we just take on h7. We don't have to take on b6. That is possible, but then the queen comes closer to the action. The queen might be useful there. I mean, maybe some queen c5 check, controlling h5, I don't know. We are not interested in taking the knight, we just want to mate him, because his king is lacking defenders. So we take on h7, king takes, then we play queen h5, king e8, and then I think double sacrifice works here. Only moves king takes. Yeah, we have to say that if f6 or f5, we don't have to play queen h8. That is interesting, but queen e6 is even better. Then we move our bishop and we mate him. There's no way to attack the queen on e6. Yeah, this is probably faster. So bishop takes, king takes, and then we play queen e4 first. The idea is to bring this king to the corner and then we mate him. King f6 is not working because of queen e5, so yeah, king h7, we just play rook f3, and since knight takes f4 is not a possibility, we are already winning here. Black resigns in this position. So a nice example, and we can see that even strong grandmasters as Sveshnikov, we make some big mistakes sometimes. Here I feel black, well, first he took the e4 pawn, which is risky, and then this knight d5, the knight goes far away from the king side. Then we found a nice punishment, and removing the key defender. This is a nice concept too. So I hope this introduction was useful, and we'll continue analyzing in the next videos. Thank you. Hi, this is Grandmaster Damian Lemos. First of all, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you would like to receive more free chess videos from us, you can just click the subscribe button below. I would also highly recommend signing up for my free mail course, the 10 Grandmaster Secrets to Dominate Chess. During this exclusive course from onlinechesslessons.net, I'll share with you my own Grandmaster shortcuts to effective attacking, defending, and growth hacks to improving your chess without complicated books or memorization. So sign up by clicking the sidebar on the right, and I know you won't be disappointed. Once more, this is Damian for onlinechesslessons.net, and I'll see you in my videos. Thank you.